Alright guys, back again. Glad you could join me. So we're here with the Chinese diesel heater. And this diesel heater, if you're not familiar, is the self-contained unit. So these have the onboard fuel tank. We got the little heater, which is about the size of a loaf of bread, contained within this box. The control unit, and that's about it. But it's nice because it just has two output wires that you can run to 12-volt supply. Just stand. These are traditionally used in like RVs, campers, motorhomes. This one, I have an AC to DC inverter or a controller hooked up. This is a selectable controller. You can get these. That ones are super useful around the house. There's the serial number. This goes from 0 to 48 volts. And it can push out 480 watts. So yeah, it's definitely useful. Anything from 0 to 48 volts DC, you can hook that. And I've had two of these heaters running off one of these. And these use about 100 watts to fire the glow plug. And so two of those is 200 watts, and this thing handled it no problem. I never actually had that cooling fan come on except for when I ran a DC trolling motor off of this. Anyway, that was in another video. So let's get back to the diesel heater and what I'm doing today. So, yeah, I found out some interesting things. This is my heat sink experiment. Basically recovering wasted energy that normally goes right outside. So what we're going to do, I got my little Syntec heat gun here. We're going to test the heat, and I'm going to show you something interesting. So you come down here. And I've always known that the output, about 350 right at the base of the heater, 370, 380. Then you follow this up, and it drops dramatically. You start to get down to, see that's 100 degrees. Part of that's my aluminum foil wrap. It's like insulation. Then you come out here, and this part of the heater is about 300 degrees. And I've actually seen it way hotter. This heater's only been running for about an hour. So, yeah, here you've got 160, 150, drops down. This part's 90, 100. And then you come out here to the exhaust part. I was pretty close on all my guesses for the temperature. And you go out there, and that exhaust is cool to the touch. I can hold my hand right in front of it. It's like not even a warm breath heat. So this is extracting, yeah, obviously, because it's only 90 something degrees on the pipe there. So yeah, it's about human body temp coming out. So there's a lot of gas flowing through this too from this heater. Because I mean, if you look at this heat output here, let's see, you got about, let's see where we're at there. And air coming out of there, high volume of air, about 215 degrees Fahrenheit. Yep, 213 Fahrenheit. So, yeah. This thing's super cool though, because I'm recovering a vast amount of heat. You might not think so, but that's hot to the touch. So, 90. This thing's really useful because you can see my wet gloves down there. I dry them out underneath there, but if they're really wet, I put them right on top. In just a few minutes, they're dry. This is a useful thing to have in my garage. It's got a little bit ugly, but it serves a purpose for now. It's an experimental test bed. And obviously I'm doing this fuel test here. This thing runs quite some time. And let's go back here. The fuel level's barely down at all right now. It's been running for a full hour. And that's exactly 1 gallon that tank holds. That built-in tank, by the way, is 1 gallon. Another thing I noticed about the exhaust out here, not only is it cool to the touch, but it has no smell. I put my hand in front of it, and it doesn't stink my hand up. The air doesn't smell outside. I have another diesel heater that I run on my porch. I have another one in my Tahoe, one in my camper, and I also have another one for my greenhouse. And every single one of them has a distinct, stinky smell that doesn't really permeate the air, but right near the exhaust you can definitely smell it, except for this one with my little experiment on here. So that's really cool. If you like this kind of stuff, probably talk for hours, but I got something to go do. My next experiment, I'm working on this generator, and I have to modify it, so I'm going to run the exhaust through this. I'm going to see how much heat I can recover, how much heat is being wasted by this generator, because I was super shocked, surprised by how much heat I actually recovered from this. This heats my entire garage. Right now, if you look, it's snowing outside. But we're at 55 degrees there. It's pretty good. And I came in here this morning, it was 10 degrees in here. So in an hour, just a little over an hour, I've heated the temperature in here 40 degrees. Well, part of that is because it warmed up outside and got up to like 33. So there is that. Anyway, thanks for joining me. If you like this kind of stuff, just keep watching. Have a good day.